What's goody fellas, and welcome back to the Random Rebuilds. Let's not waste any time and let's get right on into it. Alright, survey says, what conference are we going to today? I would like to see an SEC eventually here. It is the SEC. Wow, that is close, huh? Alright, so now that we are in the SEC, I mean, this could go either way. There could be a lot of options that happen here. If we end up with Bama or something like that, we might have to just go for 10 natties in a row. But anyway, 3, 2, 1, and Missouri. Oh, well, at least Kansas City won the Super Bowl, so that has to have some correlation. This has to be a good sign, right? Oh, we're like the third worst team. We're a little bit better than the Gamecocks, and we're a bit better than the Wildcats. All right, so before we do anything, let's go ahead and randomize our playbook as well. So let's go 3, 2, 1, and Navy. Wait, that's like triple option, isn't it? Oh, shit. Our quarterback has 72 speed. We're going to need to get this guy out of here ASAP. What's our schedule look like here too? FCS. Then we got Georgia, Kentucky, no Alabama. Now, pretty much all of the big dogs are here. I'm not going to abuse low lock cheese, but I definitely want to have a little bit of fun with it. We got a 5-star tight end right out the gate. Let's get this defense done instantly. Okay, that's a lot of good linebackers. We got ourselves a safety. We got a corner. The O-line looks to be done too as well right out the gate. Another outside linebacker. Okay, so we just need quarterback and running back because receivers are kind of a little bit redundant in this offense. 74, not bad. 77, that's what we're talking about. Plus 11 is no joke. I mean, we don't really need to throw the ball, do we, if we're going to be running it so much? I wonder how we're going to go this season. We might just go 0 and 12 with like a player called Means. We'll just go the linebackers to start out. Okay, it wasn't a bad win. So we had 100 yards through the air and 1 pick on 38%. So we didn't do very well. But on the rush game, check that out. Heat had 142, Schrader with 85. 4 people got touchdowns on the ground. All right, so we don't really have that many points to spare. However, the board is looking pretty nice. We should be able to sign all of these players right here. So, like I was saying, just out of low lock cheese. Okay, straight out the gate. 18% lock, we're going to take that. Where are the fast guys at? What am I looking at? 5-star wide receiver. I guess we'll pick him up. This guy runs a 4.78. It's just too slow. 4-star athlete. Okay, he also runs a 4.64. Wouldn't it be interesting if we picked up a receiver and converted him to a quarterback? We have a 5-star athlete here, runs a 4.38, 22% locked. It's going to be a close one. So Salas, he is a quarterback indeed. That is perfect. That's all we need right there. Okay, Dustin Gross went up 8 overall. He can be a running back, so I guess if we pick both of them up, the thing is we are in very desperate need of points right now because we've got 2 outside linebackers here that are both 77. That's going to completely clear the D-line and linebacker if we get them as well. We got to really work fast here. We do get a win against Indiana. First game against Power 5 with the Navy offense, and it's a dub. We got an overwhelming lead on Dustin Gross, so it looks like nobody's going after him. So this is actually looking really good. Despite losing one of those athletes, it's still pretty much best case scenario. Okay, that's our second loss. But not before getting to 7 and 2. Remember, I thought we were going to go 0 and 9 by this point. So I would chop that up as a positive season, considering we went 8 and 5. We had 1,500 yards through the air, 8 touchdowns and 7 picks. So really quite pathetic. Ground game though, Nathaniel Pete had close to 1,800 yards, 16 touchdowns. Schrader was 644. Really, really solid. That is a lot of work on the ground. Imagine when we have a developed quarterback who can scramble, well as a really solid running back. Right now, everybody on this list is no higher than 82 overall. Before we proceed, let's go ahead and spin this wheel. Let's see what we're gonna get. If it's something good, that'll really help us out, please. Steal any in-conference player. Woo! Considering we're in the SEC, that's crazy. The only problem is I want it to be somebody who was recruited this year though. All right, let's go 5K, 5K, 3K split. Not bad at all. We didn't get George Hawkins though. That's okay. That is going to be the 5th best class in the nation. 2 5-stars, 7 4-stars. We do go down to a 3-star prestige though. Oh, Dustin Gross is kind of gross at running back, whereas Terrence Salas stays at 79. Gross has to be the quarterback. The last going to running back. Wow, we didn't even get that many O-linemen. This is terrible. I thought we did way better than that, but apparently not. So I'm going straight to Bama for obvious reasons. reasons. We do have Bryce Young. That'd be pretty neat, huh? Yeah, I think I'm going to steal Jamarion Miller. Beautiful. All right, so we got our running backs now completely sorted. Salas and Jamarion Miller. Then our quarterback is done. Running back is done. Now we just kind of got to round out this team, bro. Rashid Macklin is an athlete in the top 10, and he's genuinely interested. First things first, though, I have to get this offensive line out of the way. So we stay around the same. We're 90. Well, we go up 2 overall. We're up to a 90 now. Please just tell me I can get these O-linemen, because that's all I really want. We're going to get a little bit out of low-lock cheese, but not that much. Look at that win, though. 38-0. So we threw for 62 yards. 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Just pathetic. Imagine this just in the final season. We're going to be putting up like 500, 450 rushing yards a game. With Jamarion and Salas, oh, nah, it's wraps. Defensive end, we got another 5-star running back, not really interested. Damn, they've been stingy as hell in this rebuild. Can't really find a whole bunch on defense. I tell you though, we are very quickly becoming linebacker university. I don't think I've ever found this many linebackers, ever, in terms of recruiting. Finish off with O-line so we can finally get that out of the way. Another good outside linebacker, and we even got a really good kicker here too. 81 overall defensive end. Oh, nah. Really good strong safety. We need that. A really good tackle. Dude, I don't even know where to go here. Let's just get the scholarships out of the way. All right, 8 people ready to visit. Even though we're going to lose to Georgia, we're going to have to bring them in. You know, I'm betting on the team here. I've got a lot of confidence. I don't know why I have a lot of confidence. Oh, we got pumped. Wow, look at that. That's 3 offensive linemen, the really good running back that we don't need, by the way. That is going to give us a lot of points back. Easy reinvest. We got the 81 corner. We got the 78 corner. Let's get the linebacker now. Let's get Ray Clifford, the defensive end. We even get another cornerback here, basically for free. And that, ladies and gentlemen, should be wraps. This team is already sizing up to be one of the best teams that has ever run the triple option. I think we might already be done for the most part. We're still racking up wins. Being Missouri, there's already a lot of yellow on the screen. But I tell you, fellas, this is about to be crazy. I reckon we're probably about to sign 8 to 10 people right here. We do get the win, so we're up to 8-1. We are climbing in the rankings. This is going way better than expected. Oh, we didn't get 8 to 10, but we did get a pretty sizable amount. Well, I'd say that's a pretty good season. 11-2. That'll put us back up to a 4-star. This year, we went for 1,400 yards, 14 touchdowns, and 11 picks. Just hilarious. And on the ground game, Elijah Young, only an 87 overall, keep in mind. He went for 2,100 yards. Tobias Jones for 900, so just under 1,000 there. The average was so good, though. Let's just keep this momentum right here. I don't want to start Sam Horn past this season because I don't think he is a scrambler, so I'm willing to take the risk. I think I'm just gonna go into Jermaine Welsh here. That should be enough to finish out the O-line, so we're gonna get him. That is yet again another top 5 class. He's gonna be 4th this time, and we're back up to a 4-star. Everything is good. But before I forget, let's go ahead and spin this wheel. We're due for a bad one, but you know, I'm just saying, if you want to lend me a good one, plus 10 to any attribute of any player. Look at that. We were so close to cutting our highest overall too. Look at these cornerbacks. And we already got Ron Freeman and Ryan Jones, so cornerback is officially done. But getting a look though, I just kind of want to check out the freshman here. Sam Horn would be going up to a 92, but I am going to start Dustin Gross. Way better speed, way better of a scrambler. The only problem is his awareness is going to let him down. He's pretty much on par with Sam Horn though in terms of throwing stats. Marion Miller going up to a 90 overall. Everybody who's going to be on that final team, I am without a doubt starting this season. Even though we do have Tobias Jones, we have BJ Harris, I am going to move Salas up to the 2nd string. So we're actually going to start the season ranked 12. That's our highest starting point yet. Let's have a look. We got 2 FCS matchups. Georgia again. How do we have 2 FCS? So now that we're back up to a 4-star, let's see what we got. 7th interest. No, thank you. I will pretty much pick up everybody on 1st interest though. This will be easy pickings right here. Do need to get some wide receivers as well, even though we don't throw the ball. We can't just completely neglect that side. All right, so we went down to 3rd interest. We completely filled the ball. board. I'm not really too bothered as to what we get this season. Just, you know, whatever the best available talent is. I think I'm literally going to filter it by overall and just see what we can get. Going to be keeping a very close eye on the scores this year because I want to see. So 28-10, first game as a starter. The running backs and the quarterback were able to get it done. I am going to go ahead, and this may seem a little bit silly, but let's go and get Dustin Gross's awareness up to 75. I know that probably could be better spent elsewhere. The higher we get that, the better. We are actually ranked higher than Ohio State right now. We dropped 21 points in the first quarter. 2 touchdowns through the air, surprisingly, by Gross. Miller and Salas both going over 100 yards. Both of them over a 5 average too. It's all right. It looks like we're going to be able to get a lot of these guys just by default without even going after them. Okay, we pick up a very close win, 14-13 on the road. That is the first time in this review we have beaten Georgia. In fact, we might be able to make a natty this season based off how well we're doing. So I don't think we've beaten South Carolina yet, and the trend is going to continue. Oh, we already signed Reggie Buchanan, but we have 11 people coming into this game against Tennessee. We are done for the season, though. Like, there's nothing else really to achieve. We got everybody we wanted. We're on a massive winning streak. I mean, my goal was to win maybe 2 SEC championships at most. So there goes a whole bunch of signings. We are at the end of the season, and we are, in fact, in the conference championship. Alabama is 12-0. I don't think we're ready to compete with Alabama just yet. It's only their freshman season, but could you imagine if we upset Bama? A big burden back there. Please don't be an actual burden, please. Oh, Bama gonna make it 14-0. We turned the ball over. We got picked. Why are we throwing the ball? That's the problem here. It's 21-0 in the first quarter. I gotta pass the controller. Okay, it's 31-21. Hold on a second. 28-31. We got Means out there at tight end. That's our big 6'8" tight end right there. Oh, I didn't see that guy. Oh, it's going to be close. Please. Oh, that went in the end zone, didn't it? They turned the ball over. Oh my goodness. Mizzou is driving. They take the lead with 3 minutes left. Did they turn it over again? It was picked off. 40-31. That is going to be wraps. We were down, what, 21-0, and we came back. I didn't even intervene. The one drive that I came in, I went 3 and out, boys. They were ranked 1 as well, by the way. And we get a win, 13-1. So we are going to be up to a 5-star prestige. Jamario Miller going to break some records here as well. So in his freshman season, 1,800 yards, 22 touchdowns, and 4 picks. That's actually really good. 92 overall as a freshman is unbelievable. On the ground game, Miller, close to 1,800 yards, 22 touchdowns. The backup doing his thing too, just under 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns. The averages is what stands out the most here. And even our quarterback, 858 yards, 14 touchdowns, 5.2 average. Matt Means has an average of 23.3. And that was on 3 carries as well. Boris Jones, 107 yards. This is our 3rd string. He managed to rack up a 6.2 average. So we're going to go ahead and pick up Nate Stewart. That's an 80 overall left guard just because. And even just getting 1st to 3rd interest, we managed to get our best class yet, which was the 2nd class in the nation. We didn't even get a 5-star. 13 4-stars, which is gonna be the most in the nation. So after that season, let's get a look at what we're working with. Sam Horn is up to a 98, even though he won't be starting. Dustin is already up to being the 6th best player on the team, 96 overall. Telling you, man, it was that awareness boost. He's now up to 90, which makes the biggest difference. As a sophomore, he's going to be 99 with the coordinator boost. Marion up to 95, Jones up to a 93. Salas is going to get the 2nd string job again. Receivers are really stacked. The only problem is we only have 3. So this year, I'm definitely going to let the computer take over. Means is going to get the start again, even though he's 85. The O-line is simply progressing. We still have a lot of juniors and seniors here. We need them out the way, but there's nothing we can really do about that just yet. Brad Franklin's probably going to be around a 90, I would imagine. He's only up to an 80 now. And then we have Justin Ford, who'll be around a 99 as well. So this team in season 5 is going to be like 140 overall. So we are going to start the season rank 5. So Georgia's a 99. We're also a 99. So both of us are 99. This matchup couldn't be any bigger. It looks like the SEC East is relatively weak. A&M is a 99. I wonder when teams are going to start falling off. And we do have some All-Americans. I want to show some love because I didn't do it last year. So Jamarion Miller, as a sophomore, is on the All-NCAA first team as the backup. Dalen Carnell, All-NCAA first team strong safety. All right, so let's see how we do this season, and I will catch you guys at the end of it. I will be... Talk about an impressive way to finish the season. 45-0 against A&M. And if I'm not mistaken, they were 99 overall as well. So that marks 3 seasons in a row where we get 10+ wins. Dusto with 2,000 yards, 25 touchdowns, and 3 picks. Unbelievable. So we're not even throwing the ball, and he's still doing his thing out there. On the rushing end, Miller with 1,700, Salas with 1,500. Both of them up their average. Both of them up their touchdowns. Dustin doing his thing as well. 754 yards, 7 touchdowns. Even our receiver nearly had 1,000 yards. And we don't even throw the ball. Blocking was immaculate. Membo, this guy had 51 pancakes and 3 sacks. I haven't really looked at defense, but there was a lot of TFLs. What about picks though? Not a lot of picks. I really thought we had an amazing secondary, and it didn't really prove to do a whole lot. Samorn's trying to declare, you know what? I'm actually going to let him go. We are losing quite a bunch of big dogs right here. 2 players in the first, 1 in the second, and 4 in the fourth. It's a lot of really solid players that are just up and leaving us. With 1 more progression season to go, we have 4 99s at 98, 96, 94, 3 92s. And majority of these guys will be back next year as well for that final push. Marion and Dustin are both 99. Not to mention our second string running back is a player that a lot of teams would pray for to be on their team. He's up to a 96. I wonder what our third string is. Bro, people would be willing to take this guy off their hands, and he's not even getting on the field. Cornerbacks, we have a bunch of high 80s, 2 in the 90s. One of them is leaving. That's Scott up here. Oh, and before I forget, I keep almost forgetting this. So let's go ahead and spin that wheel. Please don't tell me we're going to cut our best player, because that is our quarterback. Whatever it is, just don't cut our best player. Give your school rival a 99. You know what? Whatever. I don't care. This team continues to amaze me. We are up to 4th. Every year we've just gotten better and better and started higher and higher. Bama's got a new 99 freshman wide receiver, and his name is Booger Sugar. I'm going to look at Booger Sugar's stats at the end of this season as well. Do we have Georgia? Please tell me we do. Week 7. That's going to be a crazy matchup. I don't know, man. I just saw Georgia's team. They're going to 98 quarterback, 3 99 wide receivers, 99 running back. I just think that we are the second best team in the nation. But so Miller is an all NCAA second team running back this year. And yet again, both of us, our biggest rival, are both 99. All right, it's another road game. We have won every single game up to this point. So I imagine that we would be ranked 1 and 2, and it's going to be yet again another loss. So I'm going to assume that Booger Sugar went off. Booger Sugar didn't even catch a ball. And there goes a loss to Tennessee. So we beat the hard teams. We beat Florida. We beat ranked 7 South Carolina. The most typical SEC fashion. There goes a loss. So the first thing I noticed is that we got finalists for pretty much everything. I think the only wheel option that could help us out here is probably easy schedule. Other than that, I'm not really sure we can do to help us. 2,000 passing yards, 22 touchdowns, and 13 picks. Finally, 2 rushes over 1,000. Over 3,000 between them both. Gross also gone for 800, 9 touchdowns. The end was a little bit less involved, which I actually like. Blocking was insane. David Thompson, 62 pancakes and 2 sacks. And on defense, we have much higher sack numbers this year, as well as much higher interception numbers. I cannot wait though to see what this final team is going to look like. So we have 2 99s at 98, 3 96s at 95, 8 94 overalls. I mean, just look how far down we go before we even hit the high 80s. And remember, like I always say, these are the base attributes, meaning that with our coordinator boost, a lot of these guys will be 99s. I mean, this team, as you can see, is just unbelievably stacked. So we have to be able to beat Georgia this year. We went from 5th to 4th to starting in 2nd. And I would be willing to bet my bottom dollar that Georgia is probably starting in rank 2, but it's not going to let me check. Yep. So we are rank 1 and rank 2 respectively. Whoever wins this game more than likely goes to the national championship, since it is so late in the season. We have a very tough schedule though. But before we get into that, we still owe the rebuild 1 more spin. Please just be something neutral, bro. Something neutral, something easy schedule. No! Bro, what are the odds of that? It's either the quarterback or it's the running back, but technically speaking, the quarterback is the better. He's the highest overall. He's the best on the team. Who's our backup? It's an 84 Jeremy Beck. who's not a scrambler. I will go ahead and save the dynasty right here. We'll go ahead and we'll cut our quarterback and we'll see, according to the rebuild rules, what would have happened. I mean, obviously, this is the worst thing that literally could have happened. I mean, who knows? Beck might be able to get it done. I highly doubt it. He's only 84 overall. And if we don't make it to the natty, anything like that, if we end up getting blown out or whatever, with that save file, we'll see what would have happened. All right, so let's see what happens. We have rank 11 Florida on the road. There goes a loss. I don't know how we're doing this. Even without our trusty quarterback, we're still dominating. Oh, this could be it right here. Rank 9 South Carolina. They have been probably our second biggest rival the entire rebuild. It wasn't even close. This is the team. Even with cutting our best player, we're ranked 3. I don't even think it matters. So we stay ranked 3. Georgia actually lost as well. Who did they lose to? Look at Booger Sugar, 41 receptions for 630 yards. What a beast. Beck has 13 touchdowns and no picks. He's actually going off. Let's jump into this game right here. We might be able to get this done. We are the better team. Okay, Georgia gonna go 3 and out to start the game. We have Jamarion Miller back at returner as well. He seemed to have the best overall attributes like agility, speed, and excel. So not a bad choice at all here. Can we get some blocks though? And we cannot get blocks. Doesn't even matter though. What a run. Okay, Georgia gonna put some points on the board. Come on, man. We're down by 8. We have no timeouts, but we can give this a crack. Come on, Jamarion Miller. It's double coverage. Nah, it was never going to work. I tried to throw it up to Miller because he's our fastest player, but oh, we had 3 turnovers in that game as well. So it's safe to say that this team without Dustin as our quarterback was never really going to get over the edge. We lost twice. Again, it was just the same story that we had been through the last 3-4 seasons. So instead of even finishing this season, I want to see what would have happened had we not had to cut Dustin. All right, so we've got our All-American back at starter. In the original season, we lost to Florida and then we lost to Georgia, but we beat pretty much everybody else. See, the difference this time is night and day. So remember, Georgia lost to Auburn. We beat them 63-7. We are not playing around. And this is it right here. This is the big game. We're undefeated. We never lost to Florida. The question is, can we beat our biggest rival as well as Booger Sugar? It wasn't even close, bro. Straight domination. And I'm sitting here like, oh, this is going to be a close game. Oh, my goodness. So for obvious reasons, we are 12-0. Rank 1. We've got Ole Miss in the conference championship. I mean, this should, again, just be a breeze. I don't think anybody scored over 20 points on us this season. And we've dropped pretty much 50 points on everybody. So Miller is going to win the Heisman and our backup running back is going to finish in 4th. And we have Cal, who is not good at all. Dustin had 2,000 yards, 16 touchdowns, and 2 picks had he not been cut. Miller was 17,500. Salas with 1,400. Gross with just under 1,000. Combining for 50 touchdowns between our running backs. Receiving him was pretty nice considering we didn't really pass the ball. Blocking was again immaculate. And defense, check out Ray Clifford, 95 overall. He had 6.5 sacks. Ryan Jones with 4 and 2 others with 3. We did not break a singular record through the air. Understandable though. The player that we stole from Alabama ended up breaking 3 of Missouri's records. E. Young, that must have been a player who started on the team. He actually had the most rushing yards in a season with 2,100. Surprising we couldn't get to that, but I guess when you have 2 really good running backs like that, you don't really think about it. So there we go. Missouri ends up winning the national championship. Had we not had to cut Dustin. Fellas, that is going to wrap up our randomized rebuild. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I had a lot of fun running the option kind of offense in the SEC, especially with somebody like Mizzou as well. But if you made it this far into the video, then you are the real MVP. Hope the rest of your day is awesome. And from me personally, I'm out. Peace.
Sometimes I wonder, can I breathe right underwater? Sometimes I wonder, can I speak in outer space? Sometimes I wonder, can I